Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning trading room. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make the room this morning. We are under a heavy snowfall warning here in the Pacific Northwest, which is very unusual for us, especially at this time of the year. But I guess we are in Canada, so we need a little bit of snow to keep us humble. Let me get this in while I can, but if for whatever reason I'm not online tomorrow, it will be because the power is out. We're expecting another foot of snow tonight. And so long as the wind stays down, it shouldn't be an issue. But unlike a lot of parts of Canada, our snow is very wet and very heavy. So it wreaks havoc on the trees. It wreaks havoc on those areas that have above surface power. And yeah, if the room's not open, you'll know why. All right, so we're off to a little bit of a bullish start here this morning. Let me pull over the daily chart here, and you can see the market's been making a rather steady progression higher. We're now around that 7,000 zone where we were anticipating the market to find some resistance, and you can see we got some reaction from there. And now we're getting another little bit of a bull move. So Friday session, a small day, but fairly bullish, and we're opening with ever so small an opening gap from where we left off on Friday. So I think I would consider the market to be bullish so long as we're kind of holding that trend line. You can see there's several ways to draw this trend line. I'm still not convinced that this isn't a gigantic bear flag that's forming, and we may still get a bear break. I don't think that would be at all unusual, but we'll see. You're going to hear the snowplow here in the background a little bit as the guys are working to dig out our complex. That's the other problem with this part of the world, because snow is not a usual occurrence. I think the whole city of Duncan has like 3 or 4 snowplows, which is not a lot. So everybody's busy shoveling snow. Normally, by mid-February, I'm hitting the golf course. The weather is already getting better, but not this year. No golfing mid-February this year. All right. Well, we got a couple bullish signals here now on the Hawk. The Falcon just triggering a bull signal. Here, the Raptor also with a buy signal. Oh, before I forget, let me also point out that Ben has adjusted the new mean Renko bars. So hopefully they are now in sync with the Ninja 7 version. And you will be able to pick these up at the members site. You can go download the new version of the mean Renkos, both for Ninja 7 and Ninja 8, but primarily they were done for Ninja 8 because, of course, Ninja 8 has been a little bit of a programming nightmare. But hopefully the signals will be in sync now. So for those of you who are still running Ninja 7, and Mark, if you're in the room here this morning, maybe you can keep a lookout. But hopefully our signals will be more in sync. Yeah, Elmer. Good morning, Elmer. Elmer says, "Hi, Eric. I've not been in the room for a while. Your charts look different. Could you explain? Is this Ninja 8?" Yes, Elmer. These are the Ninja 8 charts. And along with the Ninja 8, I have the trade calculator because the trade manager does not work on Ninja 8. Now, let me do a quick little recap for those of you who have not been in the room for a little while. The primary reason I moved from Ninja 7 to Ninja 8 is not because there's anything wrong with Ninja 7. Rather, so many owners, especially new owners, were always saying, why are you not on Ninja 8? Because, of course, Ninja 8 is the standard for NinjaTrader now. So, being a software company, we had to make that shift because more people are running Ninja 8 now than Ninja 7. But if you are still running Ninja 7, please don't feel like you have to move over to Ninja 8. On a programming level, I'm told that Ninja 8 makes more efficient use of the resources. Although performance-wise, I can't really say I notice much of a difference on my computer. But that's just me. But Ninja 8 graphically, it's a little bit of a graphic upgrade. I think that's where they really put all their effort. Performance-wise, like I said, not that much of a difference, but graphically, big overhaul. All right, so we're kind of working through the opening range here, a little bit of a soft start to the day. A little bit of a bull move up, a little bit of a bull move down. This, of course, the NASDAQ, which is my own personal favorite. For those of you who were able to attend Friday's session, we did our first rabbit hole Friday, where we're looking at how you can employ other indicators into your system, how other indicators work. And as we go on, I'll see if I can't persuade a few people in the room to kind of do like an open mic and maybe share how they trade. But feedback-wise, was it something that you liked while we're waiting for the market here to straighten out? Was that something you would like to see more of? Or would you just rather have the trading room on Friday? Friday's being a little hit and miss. Last Friday, at least the morning session was a bit of a dud. The afternoon, the market picked up. So I can't say we really missed out on too many opportunities. And hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully it was educational. I can do a little survey. I'll do a little survey before the end here. All right, a little bit of a bear push now. All right, well, the bull's taking a bit of a kicking right now. And that was a very decent move lower to start. Okay, Scott liked Rabbit Hole Friday. I can't read all of his comments there, but good to know. Like I said, I'll run the poll before the end of the room, and we'll see if it's something that you guys like. I certainly don't mind doing it. The big danger, of course, with Rabbit Hole Friday is the idea that you get stuck chasing around a bunch of indicators instead of trading the market, and that's always a problem. I'm going to give the market here, I think, a little bit of time to settle in. I hope I don't get left out on the next move lower. We're getting a number 3 signal here now on the Raptor. I suppose what I could do is I could treat this like a second push opportunity, where I could look to short below this low. Or you know what, I could just manually throw in a just in case order. So I'm gonna just throw an order in below here. This is my number 3 order. Here's the second push. The market reacts. What time is it? Oh, good. Here now with another number 3 order, you can see the background highlight, even though the signal hasn't printed yet. There we go. There's the number 3. The background highlight kind of gives you the early cue. And we got ourselves a little bit of a bear flag type formation, right? We got the big downtrend, a little bit of a bear flag. Here we go. Let's see if they bring us in. All right, so I'm short. I'm going to throw in a stop loss order now above that high. Ooh, let me turn this on. And let's see. I'll see if we can't take it down here to the median line. Here we go. See, we're getting a little bit of a buying reaction off of this low right here. So we're looking for a little bit of a pushback now from the sellers. Oop, Ray says, Eric, I think your screen's frozen, and I think you're right. Hold on. Sorry about that, Ray. Thanks for the heads up. So what I'm looking for now is I'd like to see at least one or two. Well, I'd like to see two bear bars in my direction. That would make it easier for me to roll up my stops. Two bear bars would give me evidence that the sellers are at least trying to move the market lower. Oh dear, they're right back inside this range again. Nuts. Quarter to the hour. Doggone it. My least favorite time of the day to trade. They're going to spank me here. These lows are holding, not what I want to see. If the lows hold, they're going to test the highs. So I've rolled my stops up a little bit here. As we get back closer toward these lows, if we get back closer toward these lows, I will try to get my stops to a break even. Okay. So now I'm going to roll above every candle that has a little bit of a wick to it. There we go. Okay, so we'll take it now to break even. And come on now. Come on. So we've got the breakout. This is the retest of the breakout. If they let me ride out the swing, yeah, okay, well, at least it wasn't a loss. It was a little bit testy, but darn it. I should have ran my trade calculator. I would have had my profit on target rather than trying to stretch it out a little bit. Oh well. A little bit of beer money. Spending a lot of time bouncing around here a bit, which is not typical really for Friday. That little swing stopping me out. But I have a feeling I would have got tagged at break even on that little hiccup. The Falcon coming through here now with a late filter entry signal and A little bit of a late second push opportunity on that one, but there it is all the same. So here now the late filter entry signal. Filter out of sync, back into sync, trend line not changing color. And my screen is frozen again. Thank you. Hopefully. Why is it doing that? All right, let's see if it's working now. Okay, I think we got it now. Isn't technology wonderful? Okay, well, we took a pretty strong bounce off of that median line. And that kind of sets us up for a buy opportunity. The hawk already here with the first micro macro cross, but we are into the hard edge. What I'd like to see is I'd like to see a little bit of a reaction here that would kind of give us a number 2 signal, an opportunity to buy. It's going to give us a rule of 3 signal here in the eagle, and would just kind of confirm that the buyers in fact are making a rally. All right, back down now to the median line. You know, the market's really quite content just to be moving sideways here this morning, which is making it a touch more difficult to trade. All right. So we've got a pretty serious test of the extreme at this point. If we come back with a buy signal, it's not your textbook number 2 signal, but it is still number 2-ish. Don't know if I want to buy it just yet, though. All right, well, they're trying to get a little bit more bullish, or so it seems. So it seems. So we're holding the lows. Oops. Might have spoken too soon. Well, the market is in a little bit of a twist. This is one of these situations where it might be easier to show it on the Eagle, actually. What I'll do is I'll place the trade and then I'll explain it. So I'm going to look to buy above here. I'm going to look to short below here. So here's the logic of the thing. We had ourselves a little bit of a sideways trading range. Now, it doesn't really matter how you highlight the range. You can highlight it like this. You can highlight it like this. It's still a sideways trading range. And as with sideways trading ranges, when we have a breakout, we're supposed to have some follow through, and we did not have the follow through. In fact, the market came back, gave us another attempt to move lower, and then has since failed and is starting to move higher. So this is where we get the logic that if they're not moving lower, they're going to try to move higher. This, of course, here at the 69.40 zone, a significant resistance area. A breakout above here would definitely put us in a more bullish frame. No. Don't take me out. Not yet. You were doing so well. Oh, darn it. They were doing so well. But now they're just back inside the sideways trading range. I'm not as excited to try to trade it inside this range, even though I do think the market is getting a little bit more bullish at this point. Let's put that away for now. Oh, you scoundrels. Just tag me and then make your break. Okay, well, we're going to get a number one signal here on the Raptor pretty quick. I may hold out for that. I guess with that little bounce off of the primary resistance line, I really didn't get that much more out of the trade. And now we are just back sideways. All right, and more of the back and forth. We've got ourselves actually here on the Hawk a red bar buy signal. We could look to buy above. So here's, or pardon me, not the red bar buy, a green bar sell signal. We could look to buy above. Let me get my order out of the way there. With the trade calculator, you need to remember your orders go live the moment you put them on your chart. So all I'm doing is we had the green bar sell. I'm still kind of bullish on the market. We are making higher swings at this point. And I may try to stretch this out a little bit. Where was my next line? Okay, so once we are above the primary resistance, I'm going to swing for the fences here. We're going to try to get it up there somewhere. Okay, let me place my stop back to maintain my risk where it was. Now we're going to produce a first micro macro cross. So this is not at all unusual. Ooh, we were going to produce a first micro macro cross. This is, I was going to say, it's not at all unusual when you have your failure of a green bar sell. That's shortly thereafter. you might get a first micro macro cross to buy. All right, now the first micro macro cross. Profit target was up here around the 69.40 243 zone. Oh, come on. Well, okay, that did not go according to plan. I guess I got a little bit too anxious there on my buying attempt. I still think the buyers may have a little bit more in them, but obviously I wasn't able to ride out that move. Okay, well, here we go with the second chance. I've got now a number one signal here on the Raptor, and I'm going to get a second push opportunity on that. We're going to get a trend change signal here on the Falcon, and we're working a first micro macro cross on the Hawk as well. I'll feature the Raptor signal. So I'm going to look at the second push on this number one signal. Looks like I'm going to get a follow-up signal as well. Okay, so I'm looking to buy above here. I'm waiting for the trade calculator to get up a little bit higher so I can place my buy stop order. Come on, a couple more ticks. There, I'll place it right there. Okay, and you can see that coincided with a follow-up signal as well. Elmer, good question here. Elmer asks, Eric, so trade manager is gone and you just use the normal NT8 for functionality. You can, Elmer. The trade calculator is what we use for Ninja 8. It also has the risk control component of the trade manager. The two biggest differences with the trade calculator versus the trade manager: the trade calculator does not automate your stops. You can select from anything you want as a stop loss, but you manually will trail your stops. And the second thing is that if you want to pre-enter your orders, it's sometimes a little bit more convenient just to use the chart trader. So if I wanted a buy order up here, I would simply use the chart trader for that. And I think I'm going to pull my exit order a little bit, give this trade a little bit of room here to work out. Although they are struggling, still in the sideways trading range. You know, so long as the market is inside a sideways trading range, it is going to be very difficult trading. There's no two ways about that. Yeah, still in this sideways range, and I'm feeling the heat a bit. Come on. They're trying, well, I think they're trying to get bullish. And I'm saying that because we haven't really, here, let me show you on the Eagle. We're still kind of honoring this bullish little trend line that we have going. Oh, they're going to tag me again here. Well, at least this swing here confirms that there's still some buying present, but if they can't take out these highs, then, well, one of two things will happen. They'll either just keep going sideways, or the market will tail off and tag me out. Admittedly, I got into this one a little bit too early. Here we go with the number one signal. Okay, things are looking up. Not yet. Still holding on this primary resistance line. All right, here we go. Another attempt. If we get on the other side of the primary resistance, I think there's enough selling going on here that we're going to start trapping some traders out of their positions, and that will hopefully spark a little bit of buying, get a few more of the bulls interested. There we go. Okay, so you saw that little uptick that we had, and that would be, like I said, trapping out some of the bulls. I'm going to try to stretch this one. Just keep in mind the original profit target just above 69.45. Excuse me. And I may regret it, but here we go. We'll take the trade to break even. Okay, now I'm going to trail below these bars that have tails to them. Oh no! Oh, come on, give me a break. Trying to squeak a couple more dollars out of the trade to offset my earlier loss, you see. But had I taken profit on target, I may well have been better off. Holding, but just barely holding on. Elmer, it's never a bother. Elmer asks, sorry to bother you, but the settings of the Hawk, Raptor, etc. are not visible anymore. They're all the defaults, Elmer. I haven't changed anything. I'm still running all the default settings. So that means for the Raptor, I have an 8-tick chart. For the Falcon, also an 8-tick chart. a 6-tick raptor, and a 12-tick eagle. Scott's asking, where are your ultimate support resistance lines? I've got a line up here at 69.57. I wasn't trying to stretch it that far, but it kind of flinched a little bit early anyway. I don't make a lot of changes to my charts. I spent my share of time in going down the rabbit hole, trying to optimize my settings, but I came to realize that trading is more than that. You have to have a good signal to be sure, but you also have to have money management. You got to control your risk. Those things are just as important, maybe even more so. Well, you know what? We're not getting any follow through here today, so I'm starting to think that I should be just taking profit on target when I have it. Certainly would have done a little bit better on the last couple of trades. Back now to the median line. Well, what can we say? we really haven't gone all that far here today. The market falling off of the open, and since then we've been in a rather large sideways trading range. Here we go again, another bounce off of the median line. Actually, we're coming back with a number 2 signal. If you wanted to be a little bit more aggressive on this trade, there's certainly an opportunity right here to buy it. I think I might give it a little bit more time though. Back and forth. Okay, well, I'm getting a bit of a second push opportunity on this number 2 signal. Oh, I better hurry. So I'm gonna look to buy it above this reactionary bar, which is the reaction to the number 2 signal. Oh, if they even go up. Wow. Okay. Maybe not. We came back now with the number 1 signal. We're kind of getting the market in a bit of a bind again, sort of. All right, I'll leave my buy order option ready. Same idea. I'm going to buy above this number 2 signal if I get the opportunity. It's a really, really drawn out number 2 signal, a second push. This actually a number 2 signal as well, given its proximity here to the retest of the low. Okay, so this pretty much coinciding with the hard edge. So I'll look to buy above the hard edge. And this is a very aggressive trade, folks. If you're looking for a trade to mirror, I'm trying to get in early on a bull move as the support seems to be holding, but of course we've spent so much time going sideways here today. Once I get my order placed, we should probably have follow-up signals on the Falcon and possibly the Eagle as well. Maybe a rule of three signal on the Eagle. We'll have to take a look. All right, so I'm going to place my order right here just above the hard edge. And I'll make a note of where my stop is, but I'm going to move my stop loss order out of the way. Again, with the trade calculator, these orders are live once you put them on your chart. All right, so I'll bring my stop loss order back now. In fact, I could probably leave it here just below the median line. The market seems to have respected that a fair amount here this morning. Now I'll get my trade up here to break even. Come on. Just a couple more ticks. You can do it. Oh, don't you dare. See, what's going to happen is as the clouds try to cross, we're going to anticipate that pullback, right? Because that's part of a number one signal. When your clouds change direction, they go from, in this case, bearish to bullish. There's going to be a little bit of a pullback. And then if the market continues with the new direction, we're going to produce that number one signal. So we're seeing a little bit of a reaction here as the market starts to feel some of that pressure. But they're just about to kiss my profit target. I'll squeeze it a little bit more. No! You stinkers. Oh, they're nickel and dime. Oh, they're nickel and diming me here today. All right, well, we are going to come back with a number one signal there if the market continues higher. It wasn't really a rule of three signal. I thought maybe we were going to see a couple of counter trend signals. We did get a first micro macro cross in the hawk, however, and that's certainly following through to its profit objective. Oh, okay, good news, Mark. Mark says So for the most part, our charts are more in sync than they have been previously, but still not quite as good as before you made the move to Ninja 8. Mark says, I think it has to do with the dynamic equivolume bars that I'm using on Ninja 7 versus the mean Renkos on Ninja 8. Well, we'll keep following it, and hopefully we can iron out any discrepancies. Okay, we're continuing to get a slightly bullish push. Yeah, Frank says, I'm still on Ninja 7. I like it better than Ninja 8. Again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Ninja 7. In fact, if it wasn't for so many people pestering, for lack of a better word, pestering me to get on Ninja 8, I would still be running Ninja 7. I don't see anything wrong with Ninja 7. I understand, Ninja 8 has its benefits, and I get a lot of people saying, I don't like Ninja 7. I'm not sure why that is, but they don't. Long story short, this is the go-to for NinjaTrader now, and therefore I had to make the migration as well. But if you're on Ninja 7, don't feel pressured that you have to move into Ninja 8. They still support Ninja 7. It's not like it's not supported. And way to go, Ray. Ray says, well, I waited for a good trade for me this morning and finally got a good one. 120 bucks. Nicely done, Ray. Well done. That's the key, folks. You find yourself a quality signal. You couple that with the patience to wait for your setup, and you can walk away with a few dollars. And if you can do it with single contracts, you can do it with 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, and that's really the secret sauce right there. It's not chasing around the market looking for more and more signals, trying to filter out all the fault signals. No, that's not the answer. Well, see, and we're still just back and forth. They're really liking this whole 69.40 zone. We haven't really moved too far off of that mark all day. Well, all day. Well, just when you think that maybe we have something resembling a trend developing, nope. You could take the broad view and you could just throw a sell order below here and wait for, well, you could throw a buy order above here. These are probably the two most significant points this morning, up here and down here. We've got a double bottom, so a break of this low should have some follow through. A break of this high should have some follow through. It's pretty boring though. That's a pretty broad range. Mark, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mark says, if I was losing money on Ninja 7, I'd be more likely to try Ninja 8, but I just keep making money on Ninja 7 with those late filter entries. Yeah, if it ain't broke. Okay, here we go. We got, again, a lot of sideways trading here. The range is looking a little bit more compressed because of the way I've got this trade bracketed. We did get a trend change signal here on the Falcon. And if I get a little bit of a second push, I'm going to bring my entry order in. Okay, right there. So here now the signal, this is the second push opportunity. We actually would have hit the profit objective on that trade. I'll throw a profit order in up there, and we'll see if we get any follow through this time. And no follow through on that either. Wow. It is a crazy kind of day today. The lack of follow through is amazing. Well, we'll just put that away for now. No point in trying to chase the market around. Of course, there is always a chance it'll bolt. But it's always better to miss out on a trade than to get stuck in a bad one. I don't know if I even want to try another trade here. Yeah, see you, Scott. I was thinking, maybe I'll try a short. They're not wanting to go up. Maybe they're going to try to go down. And it looks like we might be getting some follow through off that. Here now, the trend change signal on the Falcon. We'll see if we get a reactionary bar. Maybe I'll look at a second push opportunity on that one. No, they're not going to give it to me now. Buyers are getting run over a little bit here. All right, while we are waiting, why don't we do the little survey here? We'll just take a second and we'll get your input on Rabbit Hole Friday, whether you think it's a good idea or whether you just want to stay in the trading room format. Don't worry, I don't know who you are. All we get is a summary of the responses. So if you, oh, okay, well, so far looks like most of you in favor. All right. Well, it was kind of interesting, I think. Okay, I'll just give you a few more seconds here to enter your opinion, and then we're going to wrap things up. Okay, so it looks like most of you in favor, so we will continue along with that. This Friday, if for whatever reason you feel it's kind of run its course, I expect you to tell me. All right, gang, I don't think we're going to miss a whole lot here, so let's button up the shop. If you are going to continue trading today, well, you could still leave your just in case order here below this morning's low. If the market fills that, you can see we got our trend change signal here in the Eagle. If it fills that, there's a chance the market will try to continue lower, but it's also an area of very, very strong support. So, you know, you got to be careful. I think keeping your stops tight would be probably a good idea. All right, I will see you tomorrow unless the power goes out. So bear in mind, if I'm not here, it means that the power is out, and I will see you the day after. But right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be a problem, aside from the fact we're expecting about another foot of snow. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow then. Bye for now.